My name is Becca, and I previously worked for Kamala Harris's first presidential campaign in 2019. I can explain the glitter in my hair another time. I did multiple jobs for the campaign, but the main job I did was I was a field organizer in Iowa, and for those of you who aren't familiar, that means that I did a lot of door knocking and talking about Kamala Harris's record and accomplishments. Now that she is the presumptive presidential nominee, people are starting to look for information on her record. And this is something I know well, considering I talked to voters about it for an extensive amount of time. In this video, I want to share 6 different things that originally attracted me to Kamala Harris's campaign that I feel like a lot of people actually don't know a ton about. To start, if you think Kamala Harris is one to be counted out, she was not predicted to win really any time she ran, but especially the first time she ran. I'll link this article in my bio, but it's a really good read. Kamala used to stand with an ironing board outside of her local supermarkets, talking to voters, asking for their support, asking them what was on their minds. She used to stand at bus stops from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. to catch people on their commutes. This is someone who was a born organizer, and even though she was not counted on to win, she put in the work to do it. So don't count her out, because she's proven people wrong pretty much every time. Something I also feel like a lot of people don't know is Kamala was one of the early signers on the Green New Deal, alongside a lot of other notable progressives like Senator Sanders, Senator Warren. For those of you who might be unfamiliar with the Green New Deal, it was at the time considered one of the most progressive pieces of legislation when it comes to combating climate change. The Biden-Harris administration took a lot of things from it to inspire their climate agenda that was passed through the Inflation Reduction Act. But Kamala has been a known fighter against climate change, which brings me to my third thing that I like to point out in her record, which is that Kamala Harris took on big oil and she won. As Attorney General, she sued the major oil companies multiple times and won. And she is seen as being to the left of Biden in terms of fracking and offshore oil. The other thing that she is to the left of Biden on is on healthcare. Kamala has previously stood for Medicare for all, which progressives like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, etc. have been pushing for. If you're wondering whether Kamala is going to mess around on her first day in office, well, she didn't when she was Attorney General. On her first day as AG, she took on the big banks that were screwing over homeowners. And once again, she won and got these homeowners the payouts they deserved. Last but not least, Kamala has a pretty substantial record in defending LGBTQ rights. When she was running for Attorney General, she ran on a refusal to defend the infamous Prop 8, which, if you don't know, banned same-sex marriages in the state. I will add here, for people who are younger, that at the time, this was a deeply unpopular position, even within the Democratic Party. I mean, Kamala clashed with Barack Obama over this. And later, she got to perform some of the first same-sex marriages in America. I want to end by saying these are just some of the many things in Kamala Harris's record and history of accomplishments. We should always remain critical of politicians, but I truly believe that Kamala's experience makes her very fit for the presidency and someone that we can work with and push on the things that we want to see accomplished in this country. If there's anything you want me to dive deeper into, please leave a comment. I would love to make more videos like this. Historically, I have not posted a ton about my work and politics on my TikTok account, but given how serious this election is, I would love to start. Let me know what you want to know about Kamala, because I do know quite a bit about her at this point.